Yes, ma'am. Akbartheg8, you know what I'm saying, tuning in, young rapper from Columbus. Just here for positivity, man, and upliftment, you know what I'm saying? I feel like rap game needs a lot of that nowadays, man. So most definitely got a message we want y'all to hear.
So what made you get into rhyming?
I've been rapping for a long time, for real, you know. I was one of those like kids rapping in, lunch, cafeteria in high school, so I just felt like I had a knack for it. And I really didn't take it too serious until, about a year ago. I just sat down, had some extra time on my hands and, just started recording some songs on GarageBand, man. And then, the right people got them. Ended up linking up with Miss Legendary, iconic Karen White, man, and she just been blessing me with an opportunity just to, manifest my dreams ever since, man. So it's a blessing.
How would you describe your music?
I want to say conscious, but it's just not conscious, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like since I am conscious, my music automatically comes out with a conscious type of feel. So, man, basically would describe it as just a motivational, inspirational, and uplifting music, man, that you can move to at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a song to where people can sing it, and it just the re-singing value of the song. When I go to sit down and write a song is what I pay attention to sometimes too, man. Just because I know that black people are people who like rhythm and groove, man, and so that's what catches our attention, that catchiness to it, man. And so I just want to implement, the message was using that same formula right there.
Your singing style on YRBG sounds a bit like Maurice White from Earth, Wind and Fire. Are you a fan?
I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of Earth, Wind and Fire. Shout out to Maurice White. And I get that. Actually, Miss Karen told me, actually, the first time she heard my Young Righteous Black Girl, that it had, elliptic type of feels and vibes to it that reminded her of Earth, Wind and Fire. And, just being in 2020, a young rapper who didn't grow up around that time, but grew up with that influence most definitely on the music, you can't ask for a better compliment than that. You know what I'm saying? Earth, Wind and Fire is timeless, man. And so, just to be compared to that type of sound is, surreal, man. So I appreciate that.
And what is YRBG again?
YRBG, Young Righteous Black Girl. It's a single music video dropping November 13th, and it's also streaming on all music platforms right now, man. So you gotta go check it out.
How important is it for black people to have knowledge of self?
I feel like as a black person in this world, man, especially in 2020, knowledge of self, man, is the most valuable thing that you can have, man. Because the knowledge of self puts something in you that, money can't put in you. That, certain clothes can't put on you. That, fine females and, all that type of lifestyle just can't put on you. But it can put in you, something so much greater, man. And so I try not to get too spiritual, man, but it always relates back, man. It always comes full circle. That, our whole object of being black people in America, man, is not to be, conformed to this society, man, but transformed in the renewal of the mind, man. And so, it's the most definitely important trait to have nowadays.
Okay, and with that, how important is it for black people to control their narrative in arts and culture?
Man, it's the most important after knowledge of self, man. I would say, us being in control of our intellectual property, man, and in control of our creative, artistic expressions is the most important. Just because, we've been under a enemy for so long, oppression for so long, that a lot of our art that gets passed as being our art really isn't our art anymore. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't our expression, but the expression that they gave us. So you see a lot of like rappers, Lean, the Zans, the Pills, stuff like that. I'm not knocking that at all, man, but hip hop didn't start off with that type of message, man. It was a message that was convoluted and given to us, and now that's the message that we represent. And so I just want to get back to our message, man, at the end of the day. And, because the world, is always in need of intellectual black thought, man. And that's what always has kept this world moving and churning around. And so I just want to be the voice of that in 2020.
I understand that you are an avid reader. What are some of your favorite books?
Man, so many to name from, man. First and foremost, my favorite book of all time, I would have to say, shout out to True Islam, the Book of God, the Encyclopedia Proof that the Black Man is God. It's a book that dives in deep into just the history of Black people. But you know, all in all, it has to be my favorite book. Also, Message to a Black Man. It's this book called The Long Way Home. It's about Mesoamericans facing conquistadors back in the day. It just shows like the brutality of that whole system. So I like to read, most definitely. I'm real big on nonfiction. But anything, man, I read, anything will catch my attention, man, with a good story and message.
So going back to Young Righteous Black Girl, what is your definition of righteousness?
Righteousness, man, that's such a great question. My definition of righteousness, man, would be, it's all in the word. The ability, not just the ability, but the courage just to do the right thing, especially when nobody's looking. And so I feel like that's what righteousness encompasses. It's just the having the right attitude, from eating the right food, to treating people like you would want to be treated. And so I feel like in Black people we have an innate ability to discern things, and we have a certain voice that speaks to us when we're about to dabble in something that we know we shouldn't dabble in. And so righteousness is just listening to that voice that tells you, hey, I wouldn't do that if I was you. In your head, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, we shut that voice and put that voice out for so long and so much that it disappears. And then we lose our moral compass. And then we wonder why, so we find ourselves in the situations and predicaments that we do. So that's what righteousness means to me. Just the ability to, stand on your square and do the right thing, especially in this world where evil is made fair seeming, man, so.
What would you go back and tell your teenage self?
Man. I'd go back and tell my teenage self anything, it would be to stay the course and, stay disciplined. Stay the course and stay disciplined, man. I feel like growing up, we've all made those type of mistakes that, we might have felt like altered our course in life, and that may be the case, but sometimes it's for a greater purpose. So we can't get too down on ourselves when we face adversity, especially as young adults, and just give up on life, give up on our dreams, and just settle and be content with just the bare minimum, man. Because I faced so much adversity in the past that I should be outside right now, doing everything else but the exact thing that I'm doing right now, man. So it's just a blessing, and just staying grounded, man. Staying grounded in the faith, man. Just keep your duty, keep your post.
What would you like to work with?
Man, I have so many musical influences just to span so many different genres, from, of course, hip hop to rock to some pop. So my big artist that I hope to work with in the near future. Most definitely Freddie Gibbs, I would have to say. Kendrick, Ari Lennox. I like Janae Aiko. I feel like her vibe and my vibe would most definitely be a smash. So it's a lot of people that I got an eye out on, but those are my top 5 right there, I would say.
What is the importance of Black love?
Man, the importance of Black love is everything, especially for Black people. And we're moving into a space to where, they're trying to set the Black man and pit her against the Black man and pit him against the Black woman, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be wise on how we react to certain things that we see in the media, you know what I'm saying? Because they're so divisive nowadays. And so, Black love, man, is the longest form of love that you will find on this planet, man. And you know what I'm saying? And from Black love, everything came into existence. Please go check me out. Follow me on YouTube at Akbartheg8, Twitter at Akbartheg8, and on Instagram at Akbartheg8 as well, man. TikTok at Akbartheg8. what I'm saying? Just tap in, man. We got a whole movement. And I would just hope for y'all to be a part of it, man. Y'all can go check out the website at Akbartheg8.com, Akbartheg8.com. So, you know, just come mess with us, man. We got so much more content, so much more music, and just vibes coming to y'all, man. So I just want y'all to make sure y'all there.
Black's not an offspring, it's the only rule. Young righteous black girl, I'ma marry you.